So, moving forward in this series, one thing is for sure, I will be editing files, making commits, pushing things on GitHub, and more. So it makes sense if I start setting up my Git tooling early on in this process. Now, having spent a lot of time using Emacs, I really came to appreciate Magit, which is a very nice Git UI, Git interface. And I was really excited when I realized that there is an equivalent for Magit in Neovim. Magit is for Emacs, Neogit is the equivalent for Neovim. So I'm going to start by setting this up. I'm currently on Neogit page on GitHub, and I scroll down to the installation section where it provides instructions on how to set up Neogit in case you're using the lazy plugin manager, which is exactly what I'm using. So I'm jumping to my editor and I'm creating a new file called Neogit Lua under the plugins folder, and I'm pasting the snippet that I got from Neogit's GitHub page. And now I should be able to use lazy in order to install them. Note that usually when I restart my editor, the plugins that have been added are automatically installed, but this is an alternative. You can bring up the lazy UI and press the I button to install everything, and then to make sure that everything is loaded, you can use lazy load Neogit to load the Neogit plugin. This allows me to use the Neogit command, and I will use that command to commit my changes. This is the Neogit UI, which contains a couple of sections: section for untracked files, stashes, recent commits, and you can expand those sections. And what I'm seeing here is the available hanks with changes in the Neogit file, and I can press the S symbol to stage every single hang independently. So I stage the things that I wanted to include in my commit, and I can press C and write the commit message, fit add Neogit plugin. My spelling today rocks. And with column WQ, the changes are committed. Now, one thing that I don't really dig in this UI is the symbol being used for open and closed sections. So I'll jump back to the GitHub page of Neovim and scroll down to the configuration and try to find the part of the documentation which describes how those open and closed symbols are defined, and I will copy that part of the configuration and add it to my Neogit Lua file. To do that, I will change the config function, which, as I mentioned in the first video of the series, is what it calls when the plugin starts, and I will use require in order to load Neogit itself and call the setup method for setting things up. I'm pasting what I copied. Maybe I should add something for dealing with the indentation. Anyway, now I can either remove those symbols or replace them with better ones. and I'll do the ladder. I have in my clipboard some symbols that I found using an internet search, which are, let's say, more pretty looking triangles for open and closed sections. Perfect. And now I can also commit those two. Again, I'm seeing the things that changed. I'm staging my changes, pressing double C to do the commit, and this will be a fixup commit, and I can come to my recent commits and do an I in order to do an interactive rebase and select the second commit to be a fixed up commit. So this pretty much will merge those two commits into one. Again, I'm executing the actual command using colon WQ like I was saving, and I should be golden. I'm going to exit my editor, open the editor again and try and see if it worked. Yep, it did. Much better now. Looks good. In the first video, I pushed my changes in a remote repository, which I use for storing templates and those kind of things. I think that it might be a better idea if I created a repo just for this series. So let me go to my GitHub repository, my GitHub account, and create a new repo. Let's call it Neovim Bankruptcy. I wanted the description right now. I will just click on the create repo. And go back to my Neogit page, and let's see what I need to use, what shortcut I need to use in order to set up a new remote. So it's capital M, so at the moment the origin URL points to the location where I have my original configuration. Let's change that for now. Copy. Okay, and let's see if we can push to that repo. Capital P. Push elsewhere where origin name. And if that worked, I should be able to see my configuration here. Okay, I think that this is a really nice point to wrap this up. Till the next one, bye bye.